The most beautiful small apartment I've seen in 2026, cozy, bright and surprisingly spacious. Welcome back to Adaptive Living Space Channel. If someone had told me that one of the most inspiring homes I would see in 2026 measured only a few hundred square feet, I probably would have smiled politely and remained skeptical. After all, we've all seen tiny apartments trying to impress us with folding furniture and clever storage. But this home felt different from the very first moment. Instead of showing off expensive gadgets, it quietly demonstrated how thoughtful design can completely change the way we experience a small space. Today, I'd love to take you on a tour and share not only what makes this apartment beautiful, but also why I believe it offers valuable lessons for anyone dreaming of living comfortably in less space. The first thing that captured my attention wasn't the furniture or the decorations. It was the natural light. Large Parisian-style windows filled every corner with soft daylight, creating an atmosphere that instantly felt calm and welcoming. Rather than relying on bright artificial lighting, the apartment embraced the changing moods of the sun throughout the day. This reminded me that brightness isn't simply about having more lamps. It's about allowing light to become part of the architecture itself, making every square foot feel surprisingly generous. One reason this apartment stands out is its unmistakable Parisian personality. Original moldings, elegant ceiling details, warm oak flooring, and vintage brass hardware tell a story that modern minimalist interiors sometimes overlook. Nothing feels overly polished or manufactured. Instead, every detail suggests history, character, and craftsmanship. It's a wonderful reminder that timeless design often comes from preserving beautiful elements rather than replacing everything with the newest trend. Many people assume that living in a compact apartment automatically means sacrificing comfort. This home proves otherwise. Every piece of furniture has room to breathe, and every pathway remains open and inviting. Instead of filling every empty corner, the designer allowed certain areas to remain intentionally clear. That simple decision creates visual breathing space, making the apartment feel larger than its actual dimensions, while also reducing everyday stress. The living room isn't oversized, yet it feels incredibly comfortable. A carefully chosen sofa, a modest coffee table, and a pair of vintage chairs create an intimate conversation area without overwhelming the room. Notice how every object serves a purpose while contributing to the overall aesthetic. Rather than collecting furniture, the homeowner seems to have curated experiences, selecting pieces that encourage relaxation, conversation, and everyday enjoyment. One of the smartest design decisions is the restrained use of color. Soft creams, warm whites, muted beige, pale gray, and natural wood tones work together to create harmony throughout the apartment. Instead of demanding attention, the colors quietly support the architecture. This approach demonstrates that a cohesive palette can visually connect separate spaces, making even a compact floor plan feel open and continuous. One aspect I truly appreciate is the thoughtful combination of antique-inspired furniture with practical modern living. A restored wooden cabinet hides everyday electronics, while an elegant vintage dining table comfortably doubles as a workspace. This balance between old and new reflects a growing design philosophy in 2026, preserving beauty while adapting homes to contemporary lifestyles without sacrificing character. Perhaps the most impressive feature is how cleverly storage disappears into the architecture. Built-in shelving follows the walls naturally, hidden cabinets blend seamlessly into decorative paneling, and underseat compartments quietly maximize every available inch. Nothing announces itself as storage, yet everything has its place. It's an excellent reminder that successful organization often begins with thoughtful planning, rather than simply buying more storage containers. The kitchen occupies only a modest footprint, but smart planning transforms it into an efficient workspace. Vertical cabinets maximize wall height, reflective surfaces bounce light around the room, and open shelving prevents the area from feeling enclosed. Instead of emphasizing size, the kitchen celebrates functionality. Every appliance, utensil, and workspace appears intentionally positioned for effortless daily cooking. Luxury doesn't always require expensive materials. Throughout this apartment, subtle details elevate the overall experience. Linen curtains soften the sunlight, carefully selected artwork introduces personality, fresh flowers add seasonal warmth, and textured fabrics create visual richness. These modest touches demonstrate that atmosphere often comes from thoughtful layering, rather than extravagant spending. Walking into the bedroom feels like entering a quiet sanctuary. The bed becomes the natural focal point, framed by simple lighting and understated bedside furniture. Instead of adding unnecessary decorations, the homeowner allows soft textures and natural materials to provide comfort. The result is a restful environment that encourages relaxation after a busy day in the city. Mirrors are often recommended for small spaces, but this apartment uses them with remarkable restraint. Rather than covering entire walls, strategically positioned mirrors reflect windows, greenery, and architectural details. This careful placement enhances natural light while subtly extending visual depth. It's a reminder that thoughtful placement almost always outperforms excessive decoration. One lesson that stood out to me is how personal the apartment feels without appearing crowded. Family photographs, travel souvenirs, books, ceramics, and artwork are displayed selectively rather than all at once. Each object contributes to the home's story, giving visitors something meaningful to notice instead of overwhelming them with visual noise. Wood, linen, cotton, wool, marble, and woven baskets appear throughout the apartment, creating layers of natural texture. These materials age gracefully and develop character over time, making the home feel increasingly inviting rather than outdated. Their subtle imperfections add authenticity that perfectly complements the apartment's Parisian heritage. Even though floor space is limited, greenery plays an important role in the overall design. Small potted plants sit near windows, climbing vines soften shelving, and fresh herbs brighten the kitchen. These living elements introduce movement, color, and seasonal change, reminding us that even compact homes benefit enormously from a connection to nature. As I continued exploring, I noticed that every area performs multiple functions. A window seat becomes both a reading nook and hidden storage. The dining table transforms into a workspace. Floating shelves display decorative objects while storing practical essentials. This multifunctional approach allows the apartment to support a flexible lifestyle without feeling overly mechanical or complicated. What impressed me most wasn't simply the layout or furniture choices. It was how the apartment made me feel. Good design creates emotional comfort. It reduces visual stress, encourages slower living, and provides a sense of security. This home demonstrates that thoughtful interiors can positively influence our daily mood just as much as larger homes can. Many current interior trends emphasize sustainability, quality craftsmanship, natural materials, and timeless aesthetics instead of constant renovation. This apartment embodies those ideas beautifully. Rather than chasing short-lived social media trends, it focuses on longevity, adaptability, and personal expression. That philosophy may explain why it feels so refreshing compared to many highly staged interiors. You don't need to live in Paris to borrow ideas from this apartment. Prioritize natural light whenever possible. Choose fewer, better quality furniture pieces. Maintain clear walking paths. Incorporate warm natural textures. Display only the objects that truly matter to you. These simple principles can improve homes of almost any size without requiring a complete renovation. One fascinating observation is that beautiful homes are often created by removing rather than adding. This apartment demonstrates remarkable editing. Every unnecessary object seems to have been eliminated, allowing the remaining furniture and decor to shine. Thoughtful restraint creates elegance, proving that simplicity can often feel richer than abundance. It's easy to imagine spending an entire afternoon here reading, enjoying coffee, listening to music, or simply watching sunlight move across the wooden floors. The apartment doesn't pressure its occupants to stay busy. Instead, it invites quiet moments of reflection. That slower rhythm feels especially valuable in today's fast-moving digital world. I've toured many impressive apartments over the years, yet only a handful remain vivid in my memory. This one succeeds because it combines beauty with practicality. Every decision appears intentional, every room feels authentic, and every detail supports daily living. Rather than trying to impress visitors, the apartment quietly celebrates the joy of thoughtful design. After seeing this apartment, I came away with a renewed appreciation for compact living. A small home doesn't need to imitate a large one. Instead, it can embrace its own strengths: efficiency, intimacy, warmth, and character. When carefully designed, limited square footage encourages smarter choices, stronger organization, and a greater appreciation for the things we truly value. As our tour comes to an end, I hope this beautiful apartment leaves you with the same feeling it left me. Spaciousness isn't measured only in square feet. It comes from light, thoughtful planning, emotional comfort, and timeless design. This cozy Parisian-inspired home proves that even the smallest apartment can feel elegant, welcoming, and surprisingly expansive. Perhaps the greatest lesson isn't about decorating at all, but about realizing that a well-designed home supports the life you want to live, regardless of its size. Thank you for joining me on this journey, and I hope today's tour inspires you to discover new possibilities within your own home.